tawag natin na yung kagaya sa Manila na parang nagkakaplateau na sila doon sa real estate development?
That's a very good question. No? Actually, the real estate industry actually is more of organic. So it's very adaptive. Like, for example, during the time na may pandemic, actually, nagsishift yung interest ng ating buyers from commercial and residential to farm. So, ganun din ngayon. Like, even if meron tayong mga challenges sa economics, like for example, tumaas yung presyo ng ating crude at gasolina, and then that will eventually lead to the higher development cost saka construction cost, the materials ng ating mga house and lots. So definitely yung ating mga buyers and developers are shifting towards more economic pricing. So ibig sabihin yung mga buyers natin nagsishift naman doon sa mga low cost housing natin. So adaptive yung market natin, especially sa Davao City. We can really say it's still booming. Ibig sabihin, it's still within the profitable margin. That's why we can see a lot of potentials, especially coming from investors pouring in Davao City.
Sir, compared to the previous year, sir, ano po yung mas, ano pa rin ngayon, no? Parang mas tinatangkilik ng mga, kliyente?
Okay, good question uli. So actually, when you talk about real estate, you categorize kasi the target marketing. Like for example, there is an increase or rise of demand from mga young professionals natin for condominium units. Pero sa atin naman mga segregated saka sa ating mga newly married couple, they are actually going for economic housing. So yung atin naman mga open-ended type, yung mga high-end natin ng mga developers, especially sa ating mga pensioners, they're going into more of yung mga high-end natin. So makikita natin may mga nagkikater pa rin ng mga developers na they're going into already for mga resort type na mga residences and communities.
How about yung tinatawag natin, sir, yung parang nakikita ko na trend is yung mga mixed use na residential areas?
Yes. Actually, that's the new trend right now of the generation right now ng real estate industry. That's an innovation wherein you have a captured market. Ibig sabihin, you create your own market. For example, if you have a mall there, definitely meron kang captured market, gumawa ka na rin ng residential or condominium residential sa likod or condotel. So that's actually an innovation coming from it's a market innovation of the real estate industry na ika-capture na rin natin kung sino yung mga mall goers natin. Definitely, they would be our residents or condo owners. Yung condo owners naman natin would be your mall goers. Ibig sabihin, captured market mo na yon. So, like for example, some developers are shifting towards complex type of subdivision. Like for example, you have a residential resort concept. Meron ka na dong amenities kasi kung sino yung mga residents doon, naghahanap na rin siya ng mga amenities like basketball court, may playground ka. That's why it's basically an additional component saka additional requirement ng ating mga government agencies na kailangan pag gumawa ka ng community ng subdivision, meron talaga siyang mga amenities na nilalagay.
Based on your numbers, sir, ano po yung mas pinakamaraming type of real estate po na marami dito sa Davao region? Estimate kung ilan ba, ano yung pinakamarami?
Pinakamaraming, you mean type? Okay, so actually, basically, real estate kasi is composed of different classifications. So we have residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, and then special use like parks and playgrounds. So when you're asking kung ano yung mas in demand ngayon, so sa Davao City, there is an increased demand for yung sinasabi ko nga na mga residential. Yes. And then but there is a potential like this is the main concern for us sa Rise Mindanao because sa investment naman sa Davao like Davao City is booming so we can also see the trend that there's an increasing demand for industrial type of land.
Increasing.
Yes, so meron pumapasok kasi yung mga investors natin. So in terms of classification, when you talk about demands for real estate, they go for industrial and commercial use. So tumataas din yung natin, yung ating demand for that.
Development. Are you referring to the mixed use development?
Partly, ma'am, yes. Actually, when you talk about real estate development right now, usually complex development na siya eh. So, mall development, commercial space development, rentables, at the same time, meron na rin condominium. So, you can see Davao City kasi, the landscape right now of the commercial, meron ng condominium sa likod. May mall sa harap, may residential na. So, that's actually the landscape. But actually, meron din tayong bago ngayon na meron din tinatawag na mixed use in terms of agri. So meron din tayong mga investors coming to Davao City na they're looking at because of the vast geographical landscape of Davao City, concentrated lang yung real estate natin in terms of commercial dito sa malapit sa coastal area. Pero kung titingnan natin, we have a lot of space doon din sa ating mga like agricultural farming. That's why maganda nga ngayon kasi Davao City has a lot to offer in terms of geographical opportunity. So meron tayong pang-commercial na sa coastal area, lalo na ngayon na maganda na yung ating access. And then we go also farming. Andun din yung ating vast landscape doon papuntang Tugbo, Kalinan, even Marilog. So meron tayong Turil area. So maganda pa yung kaniyang landscape. Even tourism. So to answer your question, a lot of opportunities coming in, not only for the commercial use ng ating sa industrial or commercial use natin, but even during sa ating agritourism and farming natin dito sa Davao City.
Sir, given to that na yung developments is more on agritourism actually, you think na yung real estate na yung mga residential only developments, hindi na siya sunshine industry?
Okay. When you talk kasi of sunshine, it's at the peak, right? So actually, the good thing is other types of classification are catching up. So still there are demands for the residential, but more on a tight budget. So the developers right now are going into they're very sensible and very cautious now in terms of pricing. But there are also investors coming in and they're creating new innovations in terms of the commercial use, agricultural use, and that's definitely taking a new landscape in Davao City. So yun yung nag-aano sa atin ngayon ng category. So with this, a lot of opportunities are coming into Davao City. So we can really see within the next 10 to 20 years, Davao City will be a phase of a lot of classification or use of the geographical of even in Mindanao. So this is a challenge now of the local government unit and the national government agencies, even my co-partners dito. This is a challenge because everybody is tied up with real estate. Sabi natin fire, related pa rin sa real estate. Sabi natin yung sa land transportation, still related with real estate. So big sabihin, we need to have this dialogue again, yung sa ating Revamp Mindanao, which will be sa Rise Mindanao natin, nasa waterfront, and that will be a very, very good discussion. Doon natin i-discuss yan, and I'm inviting you to come. No? Thank you.
Sir, lubos-lubisin ko na lang po.
Yes.
Sir, you said kanina na booming yung real estate industry, lalo sa residential area, residential category. In areas here in Davao City, yung Bahada pa ba ang yung prime location for residential or meron ng bago?
Okay, good. Actually, Davao City right now, in terms of Bahada, those are slowly converted into concentrated commercial and commercial use. So you can see, yung dati mga residential are now converted or reclassified into commercial use. So, yung ating residential naman, slowly, they're creeping up, going to Tugbo, going to Turil, going to Buhangin. So even going Mandog. So you can see already the mushrooming of developers there, yung mga ating subdivision development. Kasi sa atin naman, if you look at the city zoning, lahat dyan may mga category. If you go Buhangin, that's industrial. If you go Bunawan, that's industrial. So doon yung concentration. If you go Bahada, if you go Bangkal, those are actually commercial residential. If you go to Turil, those are residential. Tugbok, those are residential. And we go up, those are residential agricultural already. So ganun kaganda yung ating Davao City. Kaya a lot of potential investors are coming in.
Sir, last from my answer. When it comes to residential, sir, saan pa rin yung mga buyers? Anong location pa rin yung kinukonsider ng mga buyers? Is it still in Bahada or in the downtown or meron ng nasa malayo yung sa far flung or about, yes.
Okay. Very good. Okay. If you look at the demand kasi taking shape, pag sabihin natin yung professionals, they go for the vertical development. Doon tayo sa condominium. Like you don't need a lot of space, but you need to have a space on your own for your work. So, kaya maraming nagmamashroom ngayon ng mga vertical developments like condominium concentrated na sa center ng Davao. But you go horizontal, yun naman yung yung ating mga newlywed couple, yung ating mga OFWs or coming over, meron tayong tinatawag na in-migration. Ibig sabihin, a lot of opportunities in Davao, so lahat ng ating mga neighboring regions, they're coming into Davao. But basically, hindi sa sentro, kasi mas high price. They go towards Tugboc, they go towards Buhangin, they go towards Turil, and other also sa ating So, ganun yung nangyayari sa atin ngayon.
Last na lang talaga, sir. Do you
Yes.
think hindi pa saturated yung Davao City when it comes to high-rise developments?
Okay. So when you talk kasi about saturation, there is a level of saturation that you're trying to consider. Pag saturated kasi sabihin natin, number one na element doon is already the price competition. Number two is yung ating demand. For example, yung demand natin bumababa. Right now kasi wala tayong nakikitang ganyan. Yes. Kasi yung very adaptive kasi yung Davao City ngayon in terms of the economy. Ibig sabihin, nagbo-boom yung ating Davao City despite what's happening at the national landscape. So, Davao City is being considered right now as a concentrated siguro within the next 5 to 10 years, mas dadami pa yung vertical development natin. Within the next 5 to 10 years, doon naman sa south, doon naman sa north, going naman yung ating mga horizontal developments. So, ganun yung perspective natin. So, ibig sabihin, yung concentrations, hindi lang doon sa sentro. It's not along the coastal only or dito sa sentro ng Davao, but you look at in a wider perspective. So, ibig sabihin, maraming opportunities in other parts also of Davao City.
Thank you.
Thank you.